Hey, I'm Jim. I'm the owner of Common Speed Sports, known at the track as Adrenaline Fix Karting. We maintain karts for clients who don't want to do it themselves, transport them, do trackside support. We also have some rental karts that we use for our ride and drives. Ever since I started racing, I was like a lot of people way back then, 13 years ago. I hated changing tires. That whole dismounting and mounting thing just drove me nuts and invented new swear words. I just hated it. And then when my daughters started racing SCUSA, I was having to do tire changes for 2 karts overnight, so I just decided I have to stop whining. I have to come up with a technique that I could just change tires and be done with it and just get on with the program. And I developed a technique that, as far as I can tell, no one else has been able to duplicate. People have tried, and for whatever reason, they can't do it the same way I do it. And I'll see people struggling at the national races or at Newcastle, which is where we race, and it's like after a few minutes, I just have to go in there and I have to do it because I just can't stand to see people struggle. What we have here is 18 tires. These are the tires for our ride and drive karts and for our client karts that just need to be flipped because we get better tire wear, keeps the tires more predictable, and just the way a kart works, the inside of the tire is going to wear more than the outside edge of the tire. So we flip them to get more more wear out of them and get better performance. So I'm just going to go through what I do to flip these things. There's nothing proprietary here. I'm not here to impress you. If somebody can watch this video and slow it down and watch it and figure out how to flip tires as easily as I can, then that's great. And that's all I'm trying to do here. So I'd like nothing better than for somebody to copy my technique and be able to do it just as well. So what I'm going to do is we got our bead breaker tool. So I'm just going to knock these loose. I'm going to first break all the beads. This is the easy part. If you've got the right bead breaking tool, that's no big deal. I'm doing it quick so that you don't get bored and go on to some other video. And if you're just as quick as this and you can't learn anything here, that's cool too. You can turn off and go watch Russian road rage video or something. Or maybe skip ahead here to where you see the mounting and dismounting. The flipping part. We're using, these are all Douglas magnesium wheels with the exception of one set of OTK mags. The Douglas wheels are really easy to mount and dismount. When you mount these things, as you'll see when we get to that part, you always want to mount from the back side of the wheel, the inside of the wheel. People that are new to the sport don't realize that the inside of the wheel, inside the rim, is a slightly smaller diameter than the outside, so it makes it easier to get the tire over. Now with the fronts, I'm going to pick this up to the 7-inch level. I'm going to pop these beads. These are a little slower to do. There. Just a few more. This is probably pretty boring by now. Just watching a guy break the beads on tires, but I hadn't really planned on doing a video. It's just that I had all these stacked up, and I figured, well, why not videotape this particular process, this particular segment of what we do here between races. So it's kind of like he just came over and was kind of just hanging out while I worked, which is pretty much how it works. Now we've got some guys here to do a lot of hard work. But I'm the only guy that can do the tire stuff because I'm the only guy that can master this so-called technique, which I'll show you in a minute. And I don't know how long I'll be able to do that because I've got arthritis in my shoulders and it's been harder and harder to get this done, to do this part of the job. Alright, so that's all the tires dismounted. I can get rid of this thing now. This is the fun part. I squeeze them here, and the rim can be inside the bead there. And I pull it off. Now this one's flipped over. I put the rim on edge like this, push on that bead. So that one's flipped. Next one. So I start with the inside of the wheel up, squeeze them so that there's a gap between the bead and the rim. Just pull it up. Now I don't know why I'm the only person I know that can do this. It seems to be either that or people have got me buffaloed into thinking I'm the only one that can do it. Then I do it. I don't think it's that. But like I said, I'm hoping people can watch this, maybe slow it down. Maybe you can see it this many times in a row. It can be analyzed and the national races, I work with Checkered Motorsports team. A lot of people there, kind of like sorts of, they don't want to ask for help if they don't have to. The guys that are there under the tent, and they'll be struggling with these tires. I try to ignore them. Oops, that one's upside down. Try to ignore them, and after a while I go, wait a second, just let me do that. And when I do, they're like, geez, that was easy. How'd you do that? And usually in a national race, there's not enough time to do instruction like that. So it remains a mystery. Maybe they'll watch this video. Tires are full of grass. Never a good sign, is it? It means whoever it was, well, in this case it was John Patero, coasted to a stop during the race. And in his case, his clone engine broke in half. Broke in half. It happened to one of our other engines too. enough of these, you can do them in your sleep. Some rims are harder than others. I like these Douglas rims. The Douglas low volume rims aren't quite as easy because you can't get the bead down inside the rim as far. Alright, so now we'll do the big ones. What do you think? Easier or harder? Unless you be the judge. I hope I don't get confused here. Flip the same tire twice. This one's getting a little bit of trouble. There we go. The OTK wheels, a little bit wider in here than the mags, than the Douglas mags, but still doable. The other thing, try to be clear of the valve stem on the inside because it's just going to get in your way. I had a friend, his name was Brian O'Hara. When he got into karting, he couldn't mount some tires. And he tried. And he had bought his kart from John Giacomelli of J3 Competition. And a day like today, it was hot and humid. And he's out there trying to mount these tires, and they're not going on. So he's like, what the hell do I have to do here? And he called Giacomelli out of frustration and said, you know, what am I doing wrong? Of course, it's hard to diagnose over the phone what a guy's doing wrong. But Giacomelli's advice was great. Something I keep in mind on all these sorts of things. Giacomelli said, here's what you do, Brian. Go in the house, go to the refrigerator, get a beer. Drink the beer, the whole beer, and come back out, and the tires will go right on the rims. And that's what Brian did. He said, came back out, and the tires went right on the rims. So, if you need to add a beer to this, go for it. I'm getting tired. I think this is number 18. I have to check. I don't know if I did those two hairy ones or not. I wish I knew if it was John Giacomelli or Jim Giacomelli that told me that. I haven't done these. Yeah, you can tell. I haven't done these because last time we ran them, the rubbers has a sharper edge where it was used on the inside of the tire, and the outside of the tire is kind of curved, so I haven't done these yet. Let me do these, and then I'll let you get back to the Russian road rage videos. One more. So, if this helped you, watching this, leave a message and say, dude, that helped. If you're faster than this, that's cool too, you know. Don't leave a message saying you're faster than this. What that will do for either one of us. But if this has helped, it'd be nice to know that it helped. And 18 tires in however long. Down there at the bottom it shows. So, thanks for watching.